All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another live coding session. All right, so today I would like to take a look at some interesting new features in Visual Studio, specifically on the dev tunnels feature that was just released last week. And this feature allows you to quite easily test your web applications on a external device, which is something that wasn't very easy before because you couldn't tunnel through to your local host environment from, for example, a mobile device. So it's kind of a very useful feature, and I would like to show you how to use it in UNO platform WebAssembly. Whereas I also found some interesting problems that need to be fixed. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Right. So there is this nice blog post that describes exactly what to do. I will post it in the chat as well, so anyone can follow it. But the point of this whole thing is that before it wasn't part of Visual Studio directly, there were some extensions that allowed doing this, but those were either paid solutions or not as complete, and now it's built into Visual Studio, so it's much easier to achieve such debugging experience where you can test some, for example, mobile specific device features like accelerometer or magnetometer, which is something you cannot really test on desktop. So this is quite cool. So I will show you how it's done. I will start Visual Studio. And the first thing that you need to do to support this, so it's starting up, not sure. There should be a dialog showing up. Yeah, here we go. So you need to, I will switch to .NET 7, even though that's not necessary. And I will select here the ASP.NET Core hosted option when creating new UNO platform application, because this hosted project allows you to much more easily integrate with Visual Studio hosting, and actually does support this feature called the dev tunnels. I also set here progressive web apps as enabled, because that's something I want to show, and something that's causing problems right now. That's what we will be fixing during this session. But now the project is being created. And it shows up. Yeah, here we go. Let's do it like this. And now in this tools menu, there is an options section, and then you can find preview features where you need to first enable the dev tunnels, because it's a preview feature which is not enabled by default. So you need to enable it here. But when you do this, you will be able to set it up in your project. And the setup currently, it does not have any specific UI that you can use, and you have to do it manually. So you need to go to the launch settings inside of the server project, and there you write dev tunnels. Oh, okay. I'm typing very slowly because I'm now using the Munender keyboard. I'm learning to use it properly, so my typing speed is quite limited. And I actually copy paste this from the blog post because that's easier. So dev tunnel enabled enables the dev tunnel feature for the specific launch profile of a web app. And secondly, there is dev tunnel access, which has several different options. So you can have it either public, where anyone can access it via the URL while debugging, or you can use org, so it's accessible only within the organization which you are in, or also private, so you have to sign in. But I will use public because it's easier to do right now, and I hope no one will do anything malicious while I'm streaming. So I will set it to public. And now I will launch the server project here. So when I launch it, it should, instead of the localhost URL, launch with a devtunnels.ms URL, which is kind of the specific custom URL that's used by this feature. And I will, in the meantime, just set up phone link here. Okay. Link to Windows. So when the application launches, you are in this introduction page where you just confirm that you want to enter this dev tunnel. When you click continue, it starts doing requests to your local host from this devtunnels MS URL. So this way, it's port forwarding to your PC, and you can actually test your application not only from the desktop, because that's just the basic way, but also from a mobile device which is not connected to your PC in any way. Let me just try to connect to my phone here. Hopefully we'll be able to see it live in the browser. So, where is it? This is the link. So you can see on the desktop it's already loaded. The loading is slower than when you are testing locally with localhost, because it's going through the dev tunnel to your device, getting the data and relaying them back. So it's kind of a slower development experience, but it does work and it's very useful, especially for the mobile devices. So I think that it's worth it to use it. And here you have, here's my Surface Duo running, and you can see that if I click continue, even though the device is connected, well, actually I can do it even better by connecting via mobile network. So you can see it doesn't depend on, oh right, I need to have Wi-Fi connected, because otherwise I won't see the screen. But I could be connected via mobile network and it would still allow me to connect. So let's start the phone link connection. Right, to connect. So you can see that the application is already starting up. I will refresh because I killed it during the loading and it probably failed on some dependency. But the good thing is that it's loading the local development version from my PC. So if I made some changes, I could test them directly on the phone without having to deploy the application anywhere on the web or on Azure or whatever. So that's much more efficient. Let me just, in the meantime, open the developer tools. Okay. Developer tools window. So the problem that I noticed when I was testing this before is that here there is an error because some of the dependencies of the application manifests are not there for some reason. So that's the first problem that I noticed. And the second one is that when you check the head element, there is this underline that says that the manifest should have extension of web manifest, which is the different thing from what we have now in the default template. So I want to adjust that so that this warning is gone. But if I open this now, you can see that the application launched on the phone. So I can now basically test the UNO platform WebAssembly application on the phone without having to deploy it anywhere. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so let's kill this. And I know notice that the reason why the app icons are not loading is that they are not set to be content files. So you can see that all of these have none as their build action, and there is then the content file of splash screen, but these are none. And the manifest.json also is content, so it does load, but it has the wrong extension. So that's these two things need to be adjusted. So I will go into here. I created a branch for this, and I will open the solution. And let's actually search for this, because the file needs to be referenced in the code. So I will search for it via Visual Studio Code. So let's see, it's gonna be manifest.json. It will take some time because there is a lot of files. Maybe I can search more specifically in the solution template folder, because it all has to be there. So manifest.json. All right, so we have several places, and I'm pretty sure that all of these need to be replaced by manifest app. Or let's see how it's the extension correctly. So web manifest extension. So this is the standard. And it says that the manifest should have the extension of web manifest. So I will copy that and now do this replacement here. So all the places where it is replaced. Let's see. So template.json. I will be opening this one by one, because we need to make sure that the actual file is renamed as well. So this is in Unovin UI Quick Start WebAssembly. UI Quick Start. There's not such a thing. Let's see. Template. Solution core. Okay. You can actually make the replacement and then adjust afterwards. So now let's search for this. And for all the places, we need to make sure that the files themselves are renamed. So this is the template itself. This is the template information. Okay. So if there is no manifest, the selection of manifest is not included, we exclude those files from the quick start. That makes sense. So it should be somewhere there. Let's actually search for manifest.json. Should file all those files. Two instances of it. Probably. So the first one here let's rename it. So, it's very complex to write on this. It will take time to get used to, but it should be more ergonomic for the hands. So hopefully it will, in the end, have good consequences. Oh, we are frozen here. No, come on. Okay, now let's put it in. Web manifest. Rename. Okay, so this is the web manifest now, and now secondly, we need to do the same change in the other one. So this one needs to be renamed. Oh, that's a lot. So this one is fixed, and now we need to make sure that those files are included in as content files, because that's not happening right now, and we need to make sure it is. So here it's referenced as content type. But the app icons are missing, so that needs to be fixed. And there is also no reference of those app icon files here. So I will do this. And now I will include the content. So delete equals all right. Oh, sorry, I didn't check the chat. So what language I'm coding? This is C# and well, .NET based solution. It's all C# and XAML code. So not React, but it's .NET based. Now I'm just editing the templates, which are XML files basically, but in the actual UNO platform applications are .NET based, using C# most commonly. I didn't use React. So I'm purely a .NET developer. I've touched React applications, but not and code, but only seldom, and not really developed anything using React. I'm focusing on .NET because I'm mostly backend developer, and that's why my skills are .NET based. And UNO platform allows you to bring your .NET applications to the web without having to write JavaScript or anything like that. So that's, for me, quite useful, because it is more convenient and more, I'm more used to C# than JavaScript. All right, let's do this, and now I will include the application icons. So it needs to be done like this. So now I need to figure out where the backslash is. Here. So we need to include the app icon files. So it's app icon dash, and I will use asterisk. Okay. Where is the asterisk? That's gonna be fun. So this is the current layout I have, but I need to figure out what the asterisk is. So is it... Where could it be? Here we go. Shift 8 is asterisk, of course. Alright, so I will do this. PNG. Ah, bye bye. Sorry, I couldn't interest you in some.NET. Alright, so that's that should fix the template, the default template. Let's just have to check if there is some other instance of this. This is the yes template. I guess this is just mostly displaying the CS like project for the template itself. So it doesn't really matter that those files are not present there. This is okay because we include those files in there. Manifest has the correct name. So VS template is fixed. This is fine. This one is updated to use to include app icons as content files. And what is this? Okay, so this is just deleting that manifest file from from the project when it's not used. So I guess this should be all that's needed. Yeah, that seems all good. Okay, so I think, oh no, here it is, I have one more instance. This is the second template that's using, alright. I thought it was just one, but there's two of them. So let's update this. And basically the same thing, same kind of change that we did for the previous template. Okay, and delete. So again, if WebAssembly is included, then we add these these content files. So hopefully this should be all good. And I will now commit these changes. So rename, just rename, rename to web manifest, rename to web manifest. And this is renaming those this file and also including it as content file. The same thing happening here. Oh, this is the template name. Yes, yeah. So this one, okay, included, and the same changes happening here for this template for WinUI. And finally, the wizard needs to use JSON as well here. So that should be all good. So I will call this fix. Okay. Push it. And let's create the PR. Okay, I created already an issue, so the name of the issue is, so number is 10519. Okay. All right, so this is fixed. Now unmerge it, and hopefully that improves the experience for web developers on Uno platform. Okay, so now let's try to use it remaining time that we have to fix a problem that we have with the Uno to-do application. So I was asked to look into this because we found out that the Uno to-do application UI is not showing up at all when you launch it on GTK. So I'm not sure if we will be able to fix this in the short time, but let's just try to do it. I will launch the to-do solution. Now the GTK app. I haven't ever built it locally, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen and how many things will fail. So it might be interesting. Build succeeded. That's a good start. So the application launches and there is nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I see an exception. What does the exception say? Nothing. Okay, so that was interesting. Type initialization exception. Okay, let's restart the application. Sorry. And we'll see what specifically is that exception saying. Exception says, I'm not sure why it's not showing it here, but it says that type initializer failed. Could not find the disassembly BCL async interfaces for reactive view model mappings. Interesting. Well, we can surely try to install it library to see what happens. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing so. So it's deprecated. Async interfaces. Okay, so it's installed in Windows, but it's not in the other targets. So let's just install it for now into GTK and the WPF. And it installed successfully. Did it? Oh, okay. So BCL interfaces, async interfaces. Okay, so let's launch again. Maybe we'll get further now. Not necessarily sure why it's needed though. It's .NET 6 based solution. So it shouldn't be needed. Not sure why it's complaining. But now it's loading, so it seems that this was the problem. Interesting. There are some other problems apparently, but it seems the solution was quite simple. Let's see if we uncomment this and run it on the WPF, if it runs without those async interfaces. So in case of WPF, it doesn't run, but does not even crash, which is different. So this one is even weirder because it doesn't crash and doesn't. Okay, so I will uncomment it, but because there was no exception, I doubt that would be the problem. Interesting. So WPF does not do anything. It just doesn't start up. Not sure what this operation is doing, but yeah, there's nothing. Seems to be completely stuck. Or is it loading still? It's loading symbols? Maybe it's just loading the debugging symbols. By so long. Still nothing. Right. Not really doing anything useful. It definitely seems like there's something fishy going on. Because it's not launching the application, there must be something wrong. Let's see how far we get. So the window is launched. We do get here. We don't get it here. And there is shell. Interesting. Let's see what's the main page. Shell. So if we are actually working correctly, we should get the shell should be constructed. Yeah, the shell is constructed. Okay, let's do something very simple. Size changed. Ooh, how to write plus. No, 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 no. How do I write plus if it is loud? Huh. I have no clue. Well, I can use this suggestion, but I need to know how to write plus. Yeah, this is very useful. You can see that this is giving me very nice suggestions. This is a Copilot extension. So now I should get a hit this breakpoint when we change the size of the window. So where is plus on this? That's weird. Oh, okay, right. I know. So it's shift and this key. So size is, we're getting the size change correctly. There's no content being visible. So strange. But yeah, we're getting the update size call here. But interestingly, not now. Only when we make the size higher, then that's also very, very strange. You should get this notification whenever the size changes. This is weird. This is super weird. Okay, let's switch to GTK and see if the size changed problem is there as well. No, so we get the size change even on decreasing the size of the window. So that's the right behavior. So WPF is weird. As host. Right, so here we have the app host, extend the splash screen, What if we set the content to be a new border? Which will have its background set to something like color brush. Okay, this is Microsoft UI. Let's see what happens here. Huh. Now this is very strange because we have changed the content of the window, but we don't see anything at all. Okay, let's comment out more of things. Now this should be very bare, simple application that launches with a border inside of it. I'll first run it on GTK to see it actually does work. So it does. So this is fine on GTK. But not fine here. It's very strange. Why is it not letting me set this breakpoint? Oh, interesting. Seems like in WPF this line is active, which would explain a lot because we are not using the the window that's provided by Uno, but we're using a window that's just created on the side and activated, which is not something we want. Let's see. Let's see what happens if I do and oh, it's frozen. So here, how do I write and? No, that's $sign. No, that's also $sign. No. Ah, finally. And not is Uno. No. Not is Uno. Now, maybe why is it saying it's not Uno? This is Uno. Has Uno? Ah, has Uno. Okay, so I was wrong there. Has Uno is the right compiler directive. So now we should hit the second line, which means it's using the window that we are actually in, and that's correct now. So we now see the red background. So these were the two problems. First one was the missing package. Oh, maybe it's not needed. We'll see. Let's see. So I will just return all the changes back to where we started. So here we had to say and has and not has Uno. So it will use the current window. And we need to well, comment out this line for now. Yeah, so the same problem here. So it seems this line is really needed. Okay, now the application is launching. So that's good, and the app is running. So I guess this is correct now. There are some errors, but that is a separate thing probably. Needs to be resolved, but this is promising. Yeah, I think that this was fixed by a recent PR by Jerome. Okay, so I will create a PR that fixes this. Okay, discard this, and include this. Okay, so this one is fine. Stash these changes and recreate them on the main branch. Ah, there is a merge conflict, of course. Right. And we need just this single line. So let's get rid of this here. Left side first. So 7, 7, and has no. Maybe I will do it as two different commits, so it's clear. So push, and then here in Uno to do. I need to learn these GitHub shortcuts, so let's see. There should be a way to go quickly to a given repository. Open search bar. No platform. So Uno dot to do. Maybe now. Maybe it's gonna search. Yes. So Uno to do, and I will do C and go for this fixes. edit PR. And that should be enough. Interesting to see if the BCL interfaces are needed for Windows even in the current project or not. So for some reason, no. So it seems like it's a new thing that's brought in by some of the updates that were done. So maybe I will need to also change the base to the update branch, but for now, let's keep it like this. And I request Nick to look into it. All right, so with that fixed, I just had a small idea that we should probably, for now at least, provide a warning when someone tries to instantiate a new window, because now, at least in the current version, Uno platform does not allow multiple windows. So if you're instantiating a new window, you probably are doing the wrong thing, because it should be instantiated by the framework itself. I'm not sure, I thought I already fixed this, but maybe not. Let's see, I will go to no. So specifically the thing we're trying to avoid here is that someone would create a new window themselves. So window.cs. So even though the constructor of a window is available, it shouldn't be used in Uno platform applications, at least when you're targeting Uno targets. Of course, you can use it in WinUI and WinApp SDK, but not in classic Windows. Because I think that the window class does not even have a constructor in UWP. Well, it shouldn't have. So yeah, you cannot really create an instance of it in UWP, but you can do so in MUX, Windows WinUI. So there should be a constructor there. So window WinUI. Yeah, so this one has a constructor. So that one is used in a WinUI, but we don't want it to be used in case of Uno platform. So let's do something to avoid it. So let's do window. The window class implementation. And there should be, or somewhere we are instantiating the current window. So when where this field is set, it's very slow. I will search for current. Oh, okay. So current equals this. So this is instantiating the window. And I think this is the implicit constructor. It's not even defined. Oh, it is defined. Ah, okay. So we have a public window constructor. This is something we don't really want. All the targets do have a public window constructor. Huh. So this needs to be adjusted. I will put it here. And I will actually create two different constructors. One will be private. I need to differentiate between someone calling the public constructor, the constructor from the outside, and someone calling it from the inside of Uno solution. So I guess the good solution for this problem would be to have two different constructors. So for UWP, there will be only the one that will be used as internal. I will just add a non-used argument so that it can differentiate between this constructor and the one that's gonna be without any parameters. And this one will be used only internally. And it will just be running a partial initialization. Partial void. Yeah, something like this. So this will be the initialization is currently platform specific. And there'll be a second constructor, which will be, however, only for Uno bin UI. So I will use this check here. So that it's only for WinUI version of Uno platform. Let me just for now do this so I can get IntelliSense. So You can see that the writing with this keyboard is kind of hard. It takes some learning to get used to it. Yeah, no. So tab. So this constructor will just call the other one with false parameter, because it means that someone from the outside used the public constructor for the window, and that's the way we shouldn't use it right now. So this will be only available for WinUI, and for those cases, oh, it seems like I have incorrect indentation here. Yeah, broken indentation. Visual Studio, come on, work with me. Well, it didn't fix the indentation. Why not? Huh? Oh, let's do it the old way. Right, so there's some indentation problem here. So now it should be fine. Okay, so there's this indent. Okay, now it should be good. Yes, this is all fine. I don't need this. I don't need this. And now let's adjust this part. So internal use. So if someone uses this non-internally, we will have to report it as a problem. So if not internal use, yes, and this is actually a good suggestion. It would throw an exception, even though maybe it's just a little bit too heavy solution. Maybe it would be nicer to just inform the user. And Visual Studio's IntelliSense is broken, so I will just restart the Visual Studio and do one important fix. I will disable Roslyn source generators, which are slowing it down significantly. Right. So in case we haven't constructed a window using internal means with the true parameter here, we will inform the user with a warning. Yeah, this is a good suggestion. So if it's enabled, then we will lock warning. This is the right naming of the method. We're still not getting IntelliSense here for some reason. Probably it's just not yet initialized completely. Yeah, it's now showing up here at least. Yes, all right, good. So this should be now working. We have the warning and okay. So this should take care of the problem that we had. Now all the places where we are actually constructing a new window should be adjusted to use this internal constructor. And I will do so here by searching for new window. New window. There should be one or two places probably. No, and finally, need to use this new init platform partial method. In the specific classes for each platform. So find it here, and now for each of those we'll just paste this instead. Oh no, like this, but so partial void and init platform. So this is the line that we need, and we'll use it in all the places. How this is unnecessary. Okay, so it needs to be private set. Here also So it means now that we refactored this a little, it will be possible to probably refactor the constructors to do some similar things. Like I see that this is probably happening for all of them. And the common initialization probably can happen before, potentially, or we'll see, but there is some simplification that can be done now, I guess. So we have finished this, and now finally, so yeah, initialize common can be moved here after the initialize platform. So we don't have to have this line in each of these. So I will do the removal now. So at least a part of the refactoring is done. I think this should be fine. All right. The construct. No, let's see. Does the constructor of compositor do anything? No, it's not doing anything, so it's fine. Yeah, it can be run before. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. So this is the warning that we'll now get, and that will hopefully be useful when something similar to what we've seen just now happened. In the to-do app, so I will maybe hopefully this should be as descriptive enough. All right, I will push these changes. So this is done, done, and here is the warning. So only on WinUI we have public window constructor, but that one is using false and is warning in case you call it. One thing that we didn't finish is the search. So let's see if the search finished. So there are, well, actually multiple places, but these are the templates. Yeah. So this is, you see there is also not has uno check, which is what we added into that to-do app. So that's good. Interestingly, this one doesn't have it. And I guess we should add it. It should be everywhere. Okay. And this is the place where we create a new window. So we push in through truth so that we make sure that it's internally used creation. And this one needs to be using true as a parameter. So this probably needs to internal. Yes, that's right. Okay. So that, okay, just deleted it. And that's it. So let's add remaining changes. So this. Yeah, I guess the other places where it was just generated files. So this is the only one that's actually needed. And we're done. So let's write the description. Oh, feet maybe. Okay, let's finish by creating the PR. It's kind of a bug fix and feature in one batch, so. Yeah, we didn't create any issue for it, but it's quite a small change, so it probably doesn't even need to be. All right, that's it. All right, so I guess that's it from today's live coding. And for the next one, I'm probably going to continue with the key events integration into Uno platform, so that's gonna be the next step. But next week the advent of code is starting, so I will be trying to do a regular live coding sessions where I will be solving those advent of code problems. So that might be interesting because I will probably get stuck a lot in the more complicated problems, so we'll see how it goes. And for now, see you all, and I hope I will see you in the next live coding session as well. So have a great day and have a great week.